Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing another bag comparison, but today we're going to be comparing the Chanel Classic Flap with the Chanel Boy Bag, which apparently this didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. We're going to be comparing the Classic Flap versus the Boy Bag. I have had 3 versions of the Boy Bag and I have currently 2 Classic Flaps. So I feel like I could give you guys some pretty good insight on both bags. I know at least when I was looking on the market, the first 2 bags that I was looking at was the Boy Bag and the Classic Flap. And I actually ended up going with the Boy Bag originally, but we'll get more into that in a little bit. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on the Chanel Boy Bag versus the Classic Flap, then please just keep on watching. But wait, you already know what I'm gonna say. If you're not already subscribed, explain yourself. I post on Wednesdays and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I feel like you're gonna wanna be here when I do. If you like luxury, you like fashion, you like handbags, you like Chanel Classic Flaps, you like Chanel Boy Bags, I think this is definitely where you're gonna wanna be, so you should subscribe if you're not already. And of course, follow me on Instagram if you're not already. It's just Katie Danger. I post every single day over there. Reels, outfit of the days, too many things on stories that don't even make sense half the time. It's a lot of stuff going on over there. So you should definitely follow me over there if you're not already. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into the video. When I was on the market for my first Chanel bag, I was looking between the Classic Flap and the Boy Bag. And I ended up choosing the Boy Bag, but I did not choose this one. The first Boy Bag that I ever had was in green lambskin with ruthenium hardware. I'll put a picture of it right here. And I bought that, I don't even know how many years ago. It was a very, very long time ago. And I actually really quickly after buying it, sold it. Then when I was on the market again for a Chanel bag, many, many years later, I ended up buying a black one in caviar leather. Both of those bags were in the old medium size with ruthenium hardware. And that one I had for a good amount of time before selling that one and picking up this gorgeous beast. This one is in the small size. This is caviar leather with the shiny gold hardware. So the sizes are small, old medium, and new medium, which I don't believe they go by old medium and new medium anymore. I think it's just small, medium, and large now. But the size that they call large now used to be called old medium, because there was an even larger size at one point, but I don't believe that that size is in production anymore because it was like really large. It was like super large. So this is the smallest size, not including, you know, the messenger bags and the micro bags. So let me just measure this bag out for you real quick. So the length is about 20 centimeters, which is a little shy of 8 inches. The height is gonna be 5 inches, which is about 13.5 centimeters. Oh my God, I have stickers still on this. There we go. So the width of the bag is going to be about 3 inches, which is about 7.5 centimeters or so. The strap drop, if it's not doubled up, is 53 centimeters, which is 21 inches. And then if you double up the strap, it's going to be 11.5 inches, which is about 30 centimeters. They change the names every 5 seconds and then they come out with new sizes and just move things around, and it's a pain in the ass, honestly. Honestly, it's a pain in the ass. So hopefully that helped you out understanding like which one is which. So we are going to go into some of the features of the bag. This is the strap that you get with the Boy Bag. It is generally like mostly a chain strap. However, it does have a pretty large leather break in it. I mean, this is a really large leather break. So this is supposed to obviously help with comfort. But the good thing about this bag is that you have the option, because the strap, or I guess the chain, is kind of just on these 2, I don't know, would you call them D-rings? You have the option of doubling this bag up on your shoulder. Because it is this color especially, I like to wear it as a shoulder bag to avoid things like color transfer. I'm very careful about that, okay? You also have this adjustability feature, and I'm putting quotes because, like, is it really adjustable? I don't think so. I feel like it's just supposed to look cool because the Boy Bag is definitely deemed as a more edgy bag. So I guess it's just supposed to kind of look cool. But the issue with this leather break is that it gets caught in everybody's hair. I put clear rubber bands around these. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it, if it'll even come up on camera. I use clear rubber bands in Alana's hair sometimes. So I just took 2 of those, wrapped it around here. And so far I haven't had any issues, but this is also something that could get caught in my hair very easily. I mean, you guys know that my hair is curly, so honestly, like, anything can get caught in my hair very easily. But to me, this just feels like it was unnecessary. You know, like we could have just made this a plain leather break and not done all this, because it's honestly useless at the end of the day. Like you can't, if you take this out, like what are you gonna do? Is there even any more holes? Do you see any more holes? Because I sure don't. So moving on to the rest of the features of the actual bag itself, there are 3 main complaints that I have heard about the boy bag that people are, I guess, concerned about the boy bag. So I figure I'll just address them really quickly. The first one is the corner wear, because the corners are so prominent on this bag and they are like the first things that will touch anything, because as you can see, there's a pretty good amount of space. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a pretty good amount of space like between the actual bag and the corners. The corners stick out a good amount. So people are usually really concerned about the corners. I think that is definitely something that could show wear easily if you are not super careful with your bags. I think I kind of baby my bags a little bit. Like I asked Elver to hold my bag earlier today. I didn't like how he was holding it, so I just took it back and was like, I'll hold it, don't worry about it. I think if you're careful with it, if you're careful with where you're placing it, you're not throwing it into like your car or like throwing it onto the floor or something, I think it won't be an issue. The other thing that a lot of people have issues with is the base of this bag. I have seen this get like very bowed or bowed. How would you say that? It could sag potentially, but for me, what I do is I just keep this bag stuffed at all times when I'm not using it. I mean, I do that with all of my bags in general. So there it is, nice and stuffed. And I'm also really careful not to put too many things in here. I mean, you guys know I don't carry a lot of stuff anyways, but for me, I feel like once you start overpacking the bag, that's kind of when things are gonna get crazy. And the last issue that I've heard, or I guess the last complaint that I've heard people complain about is the flap. So the flap for the classic flap is a lot shorter, and I will show you that in just a second, than this. It is a little harder to actually lift up this entire flap and come in here and get your stuff, but it's really not that bad. I feel like people make it out to be a much bigger deal than it really is. It really hasn't bothered me, not even one time since ever owning this bag. The way to get into this bag is, I mean, you probably saw me do it already more than once, but you just push these 2 sides in and you can see inside of those CCs, it kind of just opens up and you have access to your bag. So on the inside, it's actually a very simple bag, not like the classic flap, of course. You have just one big old compartment and then you just have one small slip pocket in the back. It does obviously say Chanel right there in the back. And then in my pocket, I obviously have some things. As you can see, there is a pretty decent amount of space between where the bag actually ends and then just like the outer part of the bag. So even though it looks like it can fit a good amount, in reality, you're getting a lot less space than you think you are. With that being said, I've never had an issue fitting anything into this bag. Like everything that I want to bring with me fits without a problem. But again, I'm one of those people who doesn't bring a lot of stuff with me. So there's that. The boy bag in the small size retails currently for $5,400 US. Like I said, that is the small size. The medium size is $5,900 and the large size is $6,200. I don't know. I mean, we obviously haven't gotten to the classic flap portion of this video yet, but it's definitely cheaper than a classic flap. I'll just tell you that right off the bat, by a lot. By a lot is what it is. It's by several thousands of dollars, but we'll get into that right now. So let's talk about the classic flap. This one is in the size medium, or as some YouTubers call it, medium large. I just say medium, but I've heard people say medium large because technically there's no large size. It goes from medium straight to jumbo, but this is what Chanel is calling the medium size. Mine is in lambskin with the shiny gold hardware again. It's just the most beautiful hardware ever, is it not? So I did measure out the classic flap in my Chanel 19 versus classic flap video. So again, that's gonna be linked to the cards, but I'll just pop the measurements here because I already did them. I'm not gonna do them again. So the opening on the Chanel classic flap is obviously much different than the boy bag. For the boy bag, you would just press the sides, but here we have the classic Chanel turn lock, which I will say I do prefer. The flap, as you can see, is much shorter because on the boy bag, the flap takes up the entire front. So this would be the flap that you'd be lifting instead of just, you know, a little bit more than halfway through. With that being said, the inside of the classic flap is a lot more annoying in my opinion because you have 2 flaps. So when you open it up, it's not like you're just opening this. You have to open this too. You also have this zipper up here that you don't have with the boy bag. You have this button that I've never seen any human being use in the history of mankind. You have this pocket that I, again, do not ever use. You have lipstick pockets. Obviously, I have my authenticity card in there. You have 2 slip pockets. It's just a lot more going on the inside of this bag. And because I have the medium size and the small size of the boy bag, I will tell you, obviously the small size is smaller from the boy bag. You can fit a lot less in the boy bag, not only because it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit deceiving, but obviously it's literally the small size and this is the medium size. I don't have any small classic flaps. I don't think I'm going to be getting any small classic flaps, not because I don't like it, just because I don't think I'm going to get any more classic flaps in general. The corners on this bag are a lot less susceptible to getting wear because even though they are kind of the first thing that hits the surface, the rest of the bag also kind of takes the punch with it. It's not like it's the only thing touching wherever it's being set down, if that makes sense. For the boy bag, the corners are kind of just like on its own, like good luck, let me know how it goes. The strap on the Chanel classic flap is a lot different than the boy bag. For the boy bag, it's just a complete chain and then a leather break, whereas for this bag it is a chain with interwoven leather. You also have 4 grommets on the top of the bag, which is different because obviously on the boy bag you just have the 2 D-rings on either side. The boy bag is a lot more noisy. I don't know if you can tell as I'm holding the classic flap, it doesn't make nearly as much noise as the boy bag. Let me get the boy bag so I can show you. So as I'm holding the boy bag, it makes a lot of noise because this chain is just kind of moving within the D-rings. And I know that's something I've also heard people complain about. Again, for me, it's never really bothered me. I kind of like when my bags make a little bit of noise. Am I kind of obnoxious? Yeah, a little bit, I guess. But the classic flap makes almost no noise when you move it around. Like I said, you do have 4 grommets on the top, so you also have the option, just like with the boy bag, to wear it either as a long shoulder bag, crossbody if you're petite, but I would say most people cannot wear this bag crossbody, or as a shoulder bag. Again, because this is a very light color, I prefer to wear it as a shoulder bag, and also because I'm not very petite. The boy bag does not have any outer pockets. For the classic flap, of course, you get your Mona Lisa pocket on the back. I don't ever use these pockets. For me, they are pretty much useless. I'm just scared that I'm gonna stretch it out. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just nervous. The Chanel classic flap currently retails for $8,200 in the small size, so not this size. This size currently retails for $8,800. The jumbo retails for $9,500, and the maxi is price upon request. Okay, price upon request for a classic flap. I didn't even realize that it was until I just checked the freaking website. Okay, and I'm not counting minis in this currently, but like price upon. So obviously a very big price jump from $5,400 for the small boy bag to $8,200. That's literally more than $3,000 after tax. It definitely is what led me to get the boy bag as my first Chanel bag. That plus the fact that I feel like it's a little bit younger of a look. I know a lot of people are kind of over the boy bag right now. A lot of people feel like it was cool at a certain era and now it's not so much. But I'm not one of those people. I honestly think it's really freaking cool. I love both of these bags, but if you're gonna ask me which one is my favorite, I'm gonna have to tell you it's the classic flap, and that is just what it is. If you're looking for the classic flap, you want the classic flap, but you don't want to spend classic flap prices, getting the boy bag is 100% not gonna scratch the itch for you. It's not gonna do it. And again, I just want to say that's not me saying that I don't love the boy bag. I absolutely love it, but I think if you want the boy bag, then you should go for it. There's like no question about it. This bag I really love it. I think it's a beautiful style. But if you want the classic flap, don't settle for the boy bag because it's really not going to do it for you. I think if I found a classic flap at like a decent price, it has to be a decent price though, because in store, it's never happening. But if I found one for a decent price and a color that I really wanted, I would definitely be interested in that. So, I mean, really it's to each their own. But for me, this is my favorite one. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow my Instagram. I post every single day over there. Definitely let me know in the comments which one of these 2 bags is your favorite. What are your thoughts on the boy bag being out of style? I am dying to know. Let me know if you have had any issues with the boy bag tearing out your hair. Please let me know. I'm not alone, okay? Let me know. But that's all that I have to say. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh my God, my yellow bag has been here this whole time. Fuck. Oh shit.